Hey guys, we're going to go over just briefly the new Pulsar Trail XQ30. This is the entry-level trail. It's a 30mm lens, 384 resolution sensor, 17 micron pixel pitch in the core. Just real quick to show you what all comes with it. Of course, this is the scope itself. Starting over here, that's the battery charger. That's a little USB wall plug. That's the battery itself, called a B-pack. This is the charging cord. You can also use this cord from the scope to get your data to your computer, and you can use it for external power from a USB plug or a USB battery, charging battery. This up here is the QD112 mount. It's a quick disconnect type mount. It's got some little levers here. Those are to pop on and off with these buttons. You've got a little battery cover for when the battery's not on it. This is the remote control that comes with it. It's got some little mounting tapes, little velcros, and it comes with a little cleaning cloth. So on the bottom of the scope is where the attachment is for the mount. So this mount, basically the way it does is it sits right over these holes, and you can adjust it to these different positions. So it comes unmounted, and you can set it wherever you want it to be. That basically takes care of your eye relief. Fairly lightweight scope. So the scope, the mount, and the battery, 2 pounds. Not too bad. So the battery installs right here on the right hand side of the scope. There's a little tab. Push it up. That's the unlocked position. Take the battery, and there's a couple of grooves in here. Pulsar logo goes to the top, slides in those grooves just like so, fits right in there. Give it a little press so it sits flush, and then you press the tab down and the battery's installed. On this scope right here, you've got your power on, power off. Hold it down, it'll give you a countdown, and then it'll shut down. On top here, you've got your main menu button, up and down arrows for navigating menus, changing some settings, record, start, stop. You hold it down to save that particular video you just recorded. Your USB port over here on this side. This is a heat sink. On the front here, you got your lens, has a little cap that comes installed with it. Just like that. You can see the lens in there. This version is the only trail that has a fixed focus. It has a what's called an infinity focus, so there's not any adjustment needed. You've got your diopter ring focus back here that adjusts the image to your eye, but otherwise anything out just past a few yards in front of you is going to be in fairly good focus throughout, so it's one less thing to have to mess with. So looking through the scope here, this is an iPhone picture looking through it, so picture quality is not really quite true to form. This is really a pretty good picture quality as far as a 384 core scope is concerned. We didn't have time to go through all the menus and everything on this one, do really a big full review of it. This one came in on a trade-in, and then it went right back out to a new owner pretty much that same day. So we didn't have a whole lot of time to fool around with it and really make a good review video, but we'll go through the menus and everything on the Trail XP38 that we've got on hand now. The menus on all the trails are all exactly the same. The only thing that changes is the lens and the sensor. This is the fixed focus version, which is the XQ30. So you can't really see in this picture, but it's called an infinity focus. So everything will be in pretty good focus after a short yardage. It's the same way that the IR Defense or Trigicon scopes work, so I mean it's proven, it works fine. It's a non-issue. But for really crisp detail, you go up to one of the next level trails, the XQ38 through the XPs especially, where you have a manual focus and you can really get things into a super sharp image. But for hunting purposes, I mean this one's going to work just fine. And the price point is right. I mean it's less than $3 grand for a scope that's got onboard recording and the Wi-Fi and all the features it's got. It's really pretty good for the money, of course. Only downsides, of course, to these is right now they're pretty heavily back ordered. The fixed focus can be a positive or a negative depending on how you look at it. But all in all, I mean, these things are really very nice for the money, and I don't think anybody that has them is disappointed in them. So that's a good thing. I mean, we're gonna keep hunting with them and having a good time with them for a good little while. So anybody, if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to holler at us. If you want us to get you fixed up with one of these or one of the other trails or really any other thermal product, just let us know. We'll be glad to help you out.